Take us out with a decoy status update, DC of the year. What year are we on anyways? Is this the third or the fourth?
This is we're ending season 4. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like the podcast. We've done 4 seasons of the podcast. So it's decoy and the stories from the river. They're linked arm in arm. Okay. So
together. That's right.
That's right. Decoy 4. So you tell us again who were the first 3 winners of Decoy 1, 2, and 3?
Yep. So absolutely incredible competition. We love competition here. I love your saying about Competier. It's one of my favorite. You say a lot of awesome things, but that's one of my favorites.
Well, thank you. It's competition gets a bad rap. The etymology of the word competition comes from the Latin word competere, which means to strive alongside together. It was never about one beating the other. It's really about winning together.
That's right. Absolutely. And that's exactly how we see it. That's exactly how we view it. And again, I believe that's another one of those secret sauces that we have to make us really, really successful. So season 1, our Four Oaks Falcons won season 1. Our Fort Mill Otters won seasons 2 and 3. And I'll lead into who the winner of season 4 is. But I just want to talk about the program real quick. So DC of the year was a brainchild. Manny was throwing some things around. We were actually watching football, and if you notice, some of the coaches they're always looking at these play sheets. So they're trying to figure out what play to run next. And we were thinking about that in the same way. It's like, well, we sort of kind of have a play sheet. We have things that when this comes up, you execute this, or when this comes up, you execute that. And we said, all right, well, so how could we implement that and make that a competition across the distribution centers? And so there's some really amazing things inside of it. It's not just KPIs though. I think that's sometimes a miss when people talk to me about decoy. It's not just about KPIs. It's actually about behavior. And how can we find those behaviors down to the memory maker level, that if they do these behaviors, it will ultimately lead to the macro KPIs around our financial results, which have been stellar for the last 4 years. Our cost avoidance, our inventory profitability has been the best it's ever been. And so when we look at those big macro things, how do we drive down those KPIs? And I think the best part, at least my favorite part about Decoy, is it truly represents the best DC in the network. So those behaviors, that the team has done an amazing job of figuring out what those things are. And if we just do those things, if your DC just does those things, you're ultimately going to produce the results that make Bill and the finance team and you and Manny really, really happy. And I think that's the best part of me is we don't focus on the KPIs. We focus on the behaviors, which has been a huge part, I think, of the success of this thing. And so here we are going to wrap up season 4. I know you're not supposed to have Yeah. I know you're not supposed to have a favorite, and I don't have a favorite. I have 3 boys. None of them are my favorite, you would say. But I kind of had a favorite DC for the 4th year, and that was the Bruins, the Spartan Ridge Bruins, with Ryan Kennard and Jacob. I really kind of felt like season 4 was going to be their year, and for like the first 20 weeks, it was. I mean, the Bruins got out of the gate. They were winning. They were doing a really, really good job. But there's one person on our team that really enjoys competition, and that's Stacy Pittman. And Stacy Pittman and Jim got together, did whatever they needed to do, and ultimately the Otters are going to do what the Chiefs never could, which is a 3-peat. So the Fort Mill Otters are going to be our season 4 champs, and so we're really, really excited to celebrate that 3-peat with them early in 2026.
Thanks for listening to Stories from the River. To check out more episodes, visit storiesfromtheriver.com. To watch this episode, go to youtube.com/@storiesfromtheriver. Join us again next week, and remember to like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast.